Doctors, what was the best excuse you've heard for someone having something stuck in their ass? I am a nurse, a male as well. Guy came to my hospital with a cue ball stuck in his rectum. Said him and his wife were having sex and this happened. Made no excuses and showed no shame. ER doc was unable to remove it with forceps and he had to get anesthesia to have a minor surgical procedure to get it out. My job was basically to just go through a pre-surgical checklist and send him on his way. When I'm done he shouts excitedly, "All right, let's get this ball rolling." I almost died laughing. It was near the end of my shift and I always wonder what happened to him. I'm sure he did fine and is back to having amazing kinky sex with his wife. All right, let's get this ball rolling. This guy has hero material. Can you imagine how long he sat in the hospital chuckling, just waiting to use that line at its utmost opportune time? Edit, spelling. Who can blame him? It is pretty effing great laughing my butt off. Guy told me he was constipated so he stuck the broom handle up there to break up the poop. I almost believed him. Edit, it was half of a broom handle, cut off and wrapped in electrical tape. All the way inside his ass. I'd believe that. People are stupid. I would believe that one because severe constipation is absolute hell. Yup. If you've had a stool burden building for a few months, you'll do lots of stuff to finally pass that loaf. Months? Months? Yup. Severe constipation is no joke. See, NSFW. Also, RIP inbox and thanks for the silver. Web link. Nah, I don't think I'm clicking that one, Chief. Not too bad. Just looks like a giant earthworm. Then you realize it's a section of intestines. Swollen with crap. Edit, woke up to more activity on this phone since the first time I missed formation. Glad I could brighten everyone's day a little. And thanks for the snack. That might be my first award. See, I was trying to spare myself from the image but now you've just put it in my head. A college friend who is a nurse said the best thing she ever witnessed was a small snow globe with the message "World's Greatest Dad" on the inside. Maybe he dishonored the title of World's Greatest Dad and this was somehow seen as the best punishment? Or someone got confused when he asked about involving daddy kink into their sex life? You're a horrible father. Why don't you take that best father globe and shove it up your ass? Shrugs okay. Saw someone with a remote control stuck way up in their colon. She said she was getting herself ready for anal sex with her boyfriend and then it got stuck. The kicker was that she showed up to the hospital with her boyfriend and her husband in tow. I am really curious as to how that conversation went. She wasn't my patient, I was in the ER and got to see the magnificent X-ray. I bet the tech was still like, whoa, hold up, we can't speculate on what this mean. Edit, noticed this got big. I don't need the gold, give it to some butt health awareness subreddit. LOL, holy crap, I lost it at knowing each other. Yup, same, and my brain decided to start playing ABBA. Gnoming me, gnoming you, aha. B-side, does your mother gnome? Paramedic, here. Had one guy tell me he slipped on a banana peel and landed on the upright base on the floor. He then proceeded to produce a banana peel for good measure. Edit, my first gold and a couple other goodies. I'm really happy that you all enjoy a good laugh from my career this far. The fact that he genuinely had a banana peel made me laugh more than the entirety of this thread. The image of a man bent over, in agony, frantically peeling a banana to prepare for the hospital got me. Edit, changed a word for clarity, and is what us Brits call the hospital, accident and emergency. You can't make this crap up. My partner and I had a great many laughs about this and still do. You think I'm making this whole thing up? How do you explain this banana peel? I don't know, guy, maybe you got schnacky after shoving a vase up your ass? Guy came in with a cordless phone up his ass, like one of the old school ones from 15 years ago. He said that when he was in the kitchen bending over opening the oven door, Someone threw it through his open window and it just went right up. I've been laughing at this for the last 20 minutes. Because honestly, how effing traumatized would you be if that was true? Innocently bending over in the kitchen, whilst nude obviously, and a crafty mid-2000s cordless phone hurtles up your butt, ha ha. Ha ha ha, that is pretty hilarious. Some type of butthole bandit. So the guy was so embarrassed that he shoved a phone up his ass that he decided it would be better to say his butthole was so loose that a phone could just be tossed right in? Well, okay. Not to mention that he was apparently pointing his bare, loose butthole at an open window, laughing my butt off. If I was walking by and saw that, I would probably be disgusted enough to throw my phone at him. You mean your cordless phone? One of the old school ones from the 90s? Edit. Stop reminding me what year it is, I do not appreciate it. Yup, my first mobile phone was about 6x3x3, it even was beveled on one end for easy insertion. Story is totally plausible. Wait, your buttholes aren't loose enough to fit a pineapple in? 3 men get stranded on a desert island. After wandering around a while, they are found by some tribesmen. The natives take them back to their hut. The chief tells them, go out into the jungle and collect 10 pieces of fruit. The first guy returns with 10 apples, and the chief says, now shove them all up your ass without showing any emotion, or we'll kill you. He shoves the first up, and is in terrible pain, but shows no emotion, but during the process of pushing up the second, he flinches, and therefore gets shot. The second guy comes back with 10 cherries, and gets told to do the same. He's finding it relatively easy, but when he gets to the 8th, starts laughing hysterically, and gets shot. He meets up with the first guy in heaven, and the first guy asks, why did you do that, why did you laugh? And the second guy replies, well, I nearly finished when I saw the next guy walking up with pineapples. I heard a variation of this joke in middle school back in the 90s, and I have never heard anyone else tell it until now. Now I know I am not alone. Reminds me of how in The Simpsons Ned Flanders would casually walk by The Simpsons Indo and Homer would be doing some weird crap. Except it's the reverse version. When I was a student working in an ER, a guy came in with an unraveled wire hanger stuck and hooked up there. He said he was trying to fish out the vibrator he lost. Did you find the vibrator? Clear as day on the X-ray. I feel like you have the start of an epic poem there. Taw's clear as day. Upon the X-ray, the vibrator wriggled and buzzed, up between the cheeks, but pushed in too deep, though now we knew right where it was. I pulled out the tube, and squeezed out some lube, all over my forceps and glove, told him to lean forward, he complied that a word, and deep up inside did I shove. I've done this before, I knew how for sure, I've worked the ER for a while, and out came the toy, to the glee of the boy. Thanks, Doc. He winced with a smile. Damn, A+, to Edgar Allan Bro over here. Edgar Anal Bro. This is the X-rated version of the old woman who swallowed a fly. I took a walk outside and something just flew into my ass. Sir, we are still going to call ASPCA on you. The great blue heron is a protected species. It always boils down to the person accidentally sat on it. The best my dad saw, a former emergency doctor, was a young guy who accidentally sat on a giant tub of Vaseline. Accidentally. I asked how doctors record that in their patient files, and the common way to do so is to say the patient claims to have sat on X object. Edit. My dad's thrilled that his story has touched so many of you. Smiley face. Patient stated, followed by a factual description of what you see. Patient states they fell on the dumbbell/keratosage. On examination, no visible bruising or laceration seen related to the fall, clear jelly-like substance seen around the object. Edit. Thanks everyone, this has been the most fun I've had on Reddit, but I have to go for now. Apologies to anyone who didn't get a reply. This guy doctors. A decade of writing triage reports. I'm fluent in here's what the idiot said and here's why I don't believe him / speak. Triage. RN, what brings you to the ER today? PT, earache exam room, same patient. RN, what brings you to the ER today? PT, I think my donkey gave me herpes. Proceeds to drop pants. If the lid was off on the Vaseline, I might have slipped out itself. It was off, but it was wedged so far up that it didn't matter. Pretty sure the guy needed surgery. There was a news story in my country. A man went to the ER and they discovered that he drunkenly put 2 hammerheads in his ass, his reasoning being that he ate a jar of preserved cherries with pits and then had abdominal pain and wanted to smash the pits. Took me a few seconds to realize you didn't mean tiny sharks. Same, but I feel like a shark could have done a better job of breaking them down than an actually hammer. Related, guy puts a vibrator, one of the massive cordless wand types, way up there, like a mega seed, and it gets sucked into the sigmoid colon. When he gets to me in the ER, I ask him how he was feeling. He answered, "Well, doc, I'm way better since the batteries died." Made my night. I've been trying to entertain the medical staff since my open heart surgery. Was having problems with low blood pressure, it hit 90/58, I got a ringing in my ears, everything went red, and I passed out. Oh no. Yeah, but my carpet smells fantastic. You know, I had a reaction to codeine that made my blood pressure drop to 90/60 and they told me at the ER that it was nothing to worry about. Edit. Also, my brother is epileptic, and he once joked, seizures taste like the floor. Edit 2, as part of an allergic reaction. My normal average is 124/80. Whatever your normal is not relevant to my situation. ER nurse, I tried to dig something out of my ass with a barbecue skewer. Skewer got stuck. Ripped a hole in his intestines. He waited so long to come and he was septic. 1 stat or visit and an ICU stay later. Please don't call my mom. Guy was tripping hard on LSD. Was the something a weasel? If so, username checks out hard. You know, I didn't even think to ask him what he was trying so desperately to dig out. Clever comment though. Then what is the origin of your username? Someone described a scent they encountered as reminiscent of freshly barbecued weasel anus here on Reddit. I thought it was amazing. Left off the freshly part. Too long. You know, before I saw this reply, I was thinking, there's no way this person has a second story containing the words barbecue and anus. I stuck it up there on purpose and now it's stuck. Please help, it was a perfectly honest and valid reason for have something stuck up your ass, and we helped. No further questions needed. Now I'm interested how often that happens. I mean the honest answer. Definitely the route I'd take. Look, man, I just thought I'd try it and see if I liked it. I don't. I really don't. Sir, this is your 5th visit to the ER. Edit, spelling. Okay. Maybe I like it a little, but I'm certainly not good at it. Then why did you start with one that needs a wall plug? Who wants to buy that many batteries? I found that honesty is key when it comes to seeking medical attention for things being stuck in your ass. If you're ever completely honest with someone, it should be your doctor. They won't report you for doing illegal drugs unless you're pregnant. Edit. In the US, if you're suspected of drug use, or admit to it while pregnant, you'll be tested at the delivery, and if positive, medical professionals are mandated reporters. Child Protective Services will get involved at that point. I'm unsure if cannabis would trigger this reaction. Of course, there are always exceptions to the rule. If you're in substance abuse treatment, in probation, or some other type of situation where your doctor is a mandated reporter. I was generally speaking, for example, if you're in the ER and have done some cocaine and now you're experiencing chest pains. Don't lie and say you were just jogging. Definitely tell them you've done however much of whatever you did. The only time in life you should be completely honest is when the paramedics ask you, what did you take? Berta, on 2.5 men. Maybe about 50-50 or so. What do the other half do? Try to lie about it? Ha. So I actually once did fall naked in my bedroom and my ass cheek smashed hard onto the end of a small dumbbell that was angles up at 45 degrees. I'm coming to realize after reading all of this that had it hit the bullseye, no one would have effing believed me. My cousin who is a doctor once told me that when you really do fall on something and it goes up there, it's not pretty, there is tearing and overall injury, when there is no injury where it went and you know it was likely eased in, and that's how they know the eye fell on its story is bullcrap. The funny thing is, the people who stick things up their butts for sure know this, yet they still try to trick medical professionals into believing otherwise. Going in dry with a super hard object like that so quickly would have done you very serious damage. They would believe you. A friend of mine works at reception in an ER. She actually had a story about a guy who came in with a dumbbell in his rectum. Although he was considered high priority, they were super busy and there was nowhere near the front to stand, so she told him to wait in the rear. Bruh. Dude brings the fire. I've run across his comments a few times and they're always killers. You could do a full stand-up routine from his comment history, I kid you not. Presented at ER in Sydney with carrot stuck in the arse. Doctor, what happened? Patient, I heard a noise in the garden. Went to investigate. Slipped and fell over. Carrot went up my bum. Doctor, carrots grow upside down out your way, huh? Friend's mom was a nurse. A man came into ER with a cucumber in his bum. Apparently he was vacuuming his fruit shop in the nude and slipped over. All these perfectly vertical and looped phallic items that people don't crush when they fall on them, life's full of mystery. Somewhere in the world is a person who genuinely fell on an object and, in a freak incident, it went up their ass. And nobody will ever believe them. Well, Australia is the down under. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.